G'day everyone, welcome to this episode of Skippy RC. Today we're doing part 3 of the Tamiya Grasshopper build. Let's get into it. So this step we're going to be installing the motor on the gearbox that we've just put together. And for that we'll now need our motor. We'll get it out of here. On the edge of the... Always be careful if you're using a knife to open these sort of bags that you don't cut the wires. There's our motor. As I said, this is why this is such an easy kit to build. The pinion's installed, you don't have to worry about doing that. It's already done for you. We'll slightly straighten out our motor wires. Now also another tip is while you've got the motor out, get a bit of oil and drop it on both bushings where the shaft is and give it a spin. Let's grab the oil and do that now. As I said, this is just an optional step, and this bottle of bushing oil or bearing oil for a long time now. You only need very little. So quite literally just a drop. The needle there, just on the edge of the bushing, on the edge of the shaft, and then just spin it while let gravity do the job of pulling it into the bushing. This will help your motor last longer and perform better. Make sure it's not dry. And same on the other side. You got one drop coming out. All you need, one drop. You don't need lots. Okay, now I'm happy with that. So, hardware for this we need is in bag A, which is the two 2x6 by 5mm screws and 3mm nuts, as well as bag C uses 2 of the 3x27 screws. So I'll get these out now. Here's what we're going to need. Step 3. Right, time to get it. Also, hold that rubbish out of the way. We'll need B7, this motor plate, which conveniently is on the same tree the gearbox came out of. That part there. Right, so I've got our part. All we have to do on the back, you can see there's the cutout there for the 3mm nuts. Each one of them. They do press in fairly firmly and stay there pretty well. Then we want it on this side with all the plastic lines, so you can see the other side's smooth. That's one that goes to the motor. So there's our 2 holes. I'm going to line up the plastic piece with them. You can see that they're lined up. There's one. If you want, you can put a tiny drop of thread lock on these. From past experience, generally going into motor, they don't need it. They will hold pretty well. They're a nice solid steel. Just a nice firm last twist. And that's the 2 screws on. Okay, so I didn't put any grease on the spur gear because I don't like over greasing on the spur to pinion, but because this will all be sealed and it won't be getting anything done to it until I change motors if I feel it's needed later on. Just put a bit of grease over that gear to make sure it's got some sort of lube. We bring back in our gearbox. Also going to need, once again from the same part 3, this motor cover. Okay, so it's cut off and trimmed up. So it's Tamiya symbol there facing up. The screw holes line up. We'll get our 2 longer screws. I'll hold that in place. And the motor goes with this little indent part towards the back. And basically up and down. You'll find the spot for those screws to attach to the nuts. Got in there. Here's the hole there. Oh, they got the right screw because it's stopping. So that's why the cutout's there, because this motor, because of the smaller pinion gear, moves forward further than what normal 540 would. That's why the little cutout's there. Whereas when you got your 540 in, it's a little bit further back because of the bigger pinion gear. I'll pull those nuts into the plastic part fully. Make sure they're both done up nice and tight. And now you'll hear that motor turning when you turn the axles, or when you turn both of them. If you just turn one axle, all you'll do is turn the diff. Okay, and that's step 3 done. Motor is now attached to the gearbox. So remember to like and subscribe, and check back in later for episode 4.